happening, Buzz here. So when I seen the video of this hockey player randomly having his leg go up and slice this other hockey player's neck, I automatically thought, wow, that's intentional. Obviously, look at his leg. He did like a kung fu kick in the air directly at his face with the skate. Now, if you skate, you know those things got to be sharp. They got to glide on the ring, the ice. They got to be sharp. They can't be dull. So obviously, you would want to be careful when you're skating and you're around other players. Hockey is a rough sport. They rough each other up. They fight each other all the time. You see it on TV. You see it in the movies. You see it if you go and watch it. I don't watch hockey. I've never been a fan of, watching any sport, to be honest. I find it kind of annoying, especially when you're rooting for your team and they keep losing. Like me, for example, I'm in Texas, so I like the Dallas Cowboys, but they always losing, man. So I said, screw all that. I don't want to watch none of that. So on Twitter, I was scrolling, and just like every other day, I saw something that's shocking. Except this time, this was a black guy, kills a white guy in the ring in the middle of a game. And he does it in such a violent and, bloody fashion that's like, whoa, surely the police are going to arrest him. But nope, he doesn't get arrested. And then today I was scrolling again on Twitter and I found out he's been arrested. Now this guy is in Britain. It's not in America. He's not in Canada. So I was surprised, like, whoa, the justice is being served across the sea, across the pond. They're going to put him in jail. Good. He killed someone. Now he's looking at manslaughter, apparently. So they got him booked. They got him in the slammer, guys, which is good. Good news. Let's take a look at this. Breaking: British police have arrested Matt Petgrave and charged him with manslaughter. He killed NHL player Adam Johnson on live TV with his skate. He received a standing ovation at a game last night. So he returns back to his hometown in Britain, I guess, where he's from. He gets a standing ovation, gets an applaud. Why would he get an applaud for after he's suspected of killing someone with his skate, intentionally or unintentionally? It looks bad. Like if you put your skate, someone's throat, slit their throat, and their blood spews out everywhere. Which what I imagine that's what happened. I mean, they got the big carotid artery there. If you get punctured anywhere out here, you can't stitch it up. You're dead. So he goes home and gets this standing ovation for whatever reason. I don't know why. Why are you going to give him a standing ovation for? He apparently killed someone. I don't know. I guess the Britons have a white guilt or something like that. Because this guy is black and the other guy he killed was white. Unfortunately. It's crazy, people. Here's the video right here. We've all seen that. He puts his leg right in his neck. Boom. It looks intentional. 100%. There is Petgrave. There's Adam, the man who died. Colin Rugg: breaking: hockey player Matt Petgrave has reportedly been arrested for the death of Adam Johnson. Johnson was killed after Petgrave's skate slashed his neck during a hockey match. According to the Daily Express, police in England have arrested a man on suspicion of manslaughter in relation to Johnson's death. The news comes just hours after Petgrave received a standing ovation at his team's hockey match last night. Johnson's family is livid with the death of their son, says Aunt Carrie Johnson. Quote, "It was very reckless. I just want them, the police, to get it right. We're looking for justice for Adam," she said. Quote, "You don't take your leg and kick somebody and cut their throat. I'm sorry." Horrendous what happened to Adam Johnson. This should have never happened, guys. This is absolutely ridiculous. When you're rolling around with actual kitchen blades on your feet, you got to be careful. And I'm sure Petgrave, he knows that. He's probably getting cut a time or two in his foot or his ankle or something. He knows those things are actual weapons. The reason why he did that is unknown. Maybe he had beef with the guy or something. And he thought, well, maybe I'm going to try to give him a little cut on the cheek and slit his throat. Pretty bad, guys. New York Post: Matt Petgrave gets standing ovation from fans and team's first home game since fatal Adam Johnson hits. Then later they write, arrest made after ex-NHL player Adam Johnson killed by skate blade in an on-ice collision. Police in England have arrested a man in connection to the death of hockey player Adam Johnson. The man in police custody was charged with suspicion of manslaughter. Johnson, who played for the Nottingham Panthers, died after his neck was cut by a skate blade of the Sheffield Steelers' Matt Petgrave during an on-ice collision. It is not known who has been arrested. I think it's pretty obvious who's been arrested. And Matt Petgrave, his actual kitchen blade shoes went in his neck. So I think it's pretty obvious, guys. Quote, "Our investigation launched immediately following this tragedy, and we have been carrying out extensive inquiries ever since to piece together the events which led to the loss of Adam in these unprecedented circumstances. South Yorkshire Detective Chief Superintendent Bex Horsfall said in a statement. Quote, we have been speaking to highly specialized experts in this field to assist our inquiries and to continue to work closely with the Health and Safety Department at Sheffield City Council, which is supporting our ongoing investigation. Now, this guy, Petgrave, he's had, numerous penalties and things against him for, acting a fool on the skate, acting stupid. And then because he was not, kicked off the team or set in the bench, he's killed someone, unfortunately. Adam's death has sent shockwaves through many communities, from our local residents here in Sheffield to ice hockey fans across the world. We know these communities will expect us to handle this investigation with the same professionalism, fairness, and sensitivity as any other, and request that members of the public refrain from comment and speculation which could hinder the process. Our thoughts remain with all the affected by a devastating incident, and inquiries continue. Johnson, who was 29, was a Minnesota native who played briefly with the Penguins in the NHL. The arrest came after South Yorkshire police said they were investigating the circumstances of Johnson's death, which was described as a freak accident by the Panthers. Freak accident, that's how they describe, like I said, a kitchen blade as a shoe going into someone's neck, which is unnatural to begin with. He looks like he actually got down to slide that thing in his neck. If you watch the video over and over, which I did, nothing he did was normal for hockey. Punching, hitting with the shoulder, all normal. Shoving, normal. But, your body going down, your leg going up to someone's neck, not normal. They know that. These people do this for a living. They played this stuff all their life. They know what to do and what not to do with those shoes. Johnson was taken by ambulance to the Northern General Hospital in Sheffield, where he was pronounced dead following the tragic incident. Yeah, like I said, it's a carotid artery. If that thing gets touched by anything, you're dead. You're bleed out. You can't stitch. You can't do nothing. The post-mortem examination confirmed Johnson died as a result of a neck injury, police said. The incident put increased attention on the player's safety. The English Ice Hockey Association announced making neck guards mandatory for all players during on-ice activities beginning December 31st. Now, I'm thinking probably the same thing you're thinking. Why didn't they have neck guards to begin with? Or have that as an option if they did or didn't? Because, like I said, I don't really keep up with sports, and I damn sure don't keep up with hockey. It's a strange game to me, and I live all the way in the south in Texas. It's hot over here. There's no ice rink. There is. It's like strange for someone to even go to one. I was skating on one for fun. Yeah, that's cool, but barely even do that. So now they're putting in these, these neck guards and these wrist guards so no one can bleed out to death from getting, actual kitchen blade that's attached to your shoe into the jugular. You know what I'm saying? This gets touched, you're dead. There's no point in taking you to the hospital. You're bleeding out in, a couple minutes. That's it. I'm sure they saw this poor man's, neck bleeding out profusely, and the whole crowd was in shock. Just as I would be if I was there. I would be screaming, oh my God. Call 911. Somebody save this man. Quote, hi, babe. I want you to know how much I love you and I adore you. Wolf said, you've been so amazingly supportive and kind to me since the day we met, and I couldn't have been more grateful for it. I always thought that maybe I was lucky enough after a long lifetime together, I might start to be more like you. Quote, you're such a special person. You have the best sense of humor, the biggest heart, and the quickest wit, the kindest soul. You're unbelievably loyal, dedicated, and smart. You're so smart. Whether it came to school or life in general, you just seem to have it all figured out, which gave me so much peace and comfort and made me feel like we could do anything and be anything and we'd be okay. We'd be happy. Johnson's family described him as thoughtful, patient, and genuinely authentic person who loved his fiancee, family, and friends above all else in the outline obituary. There's Matt Petgrave. Can't believe he did what he did, but he did it for who knows why. And maybe he wanted to kill him. Maybe it was an accident. Who knows? Only Matt knows. Johnson's 62-year-old aunt, Karen Johnson, recently told Southwest News Services she believes Petgrave's actions on the ice were very reckless. Yeah, they were definitely very reckless. Carrie spoke to the Mirror following this arrest. Quote, we're just going to have to let it play out and see what happens. Carrie said, quote, whatever they decided, I would have to live with it. But I'm just glad they are being diligent with what they're doing, what they're supposed to be doing. Yeah, so hopefully the British police got it right. They have some good detectives on the case, and they actually see this for what it was. It was actual manslaughter. The guy took his feet that had sharp things on the bottom of them, shoved it in someone's neck, caused them to die. Unfortunately, the man lost his life. thoughts and prayers go out to the families, because this not that when he went to this game, he was not thinking he was gonna die. When you go to any game, you don't think you're gonna die. You think you're gonna have fun and you think you're gonna win. Unfortunately, Adam lost his life. I guess that's what happens, guys, when you get behind the wheel in the car and you go play catch with your kid. Anything could happen. Like, comment, subscribe to the Buzz. You see you on the next one.